Oh, that was a fish right there. There's one. There's another one. I'm wrapped around this stick. All right, we found him. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Gibby. I'm a software developer based out of the New Orleans region, and I'm also an outdoorsman. And here we are in the outdoors. This is a style of fishing that I grew up doing, not one that I've ever shown on the channel, but I love it. You can kind of hear the highway behind me, I'm sure. This is a style of fishing anyone can do. You can just stop on the side of the highway and just walk around exploring. Make sure there's no posted signs, of course. What I expect to find today are panfish, maybe a few bass, but I don't know. I've never been here. We're just going to walk around these beautiful woods that you see and see what we get into. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. Okay, this is stop number one. I'm going to start off with this Nico Helgramite. I've got it on a size 2 wide gap. You gotta be weedless here. You really don't have any other choice. And so we'll see if I can actually set the hook. I don't know if I'll be able to. It's gonna have to be a pretty sizable fish. But this is a deep, deep pocket. And I'm just gonna drag this along this. Got a fish? Nope. Branch. And that's going to be common here. Not knowing if this is a fish or a branch. Because this area, streams like this, as you can see, are absolutely chock full of stuff floating around. Now you can probably also see I'm fishing this ledge right here. Doing that on purpose. It is still early. I see a fish actually hitting it, but it's too small. Now the current may be too strong right here, but I'm going to keep them honest and throw a couple more lures, and that's going to be the pattern for today. You can give them everything you got, but don't belabor the point. If you're not getting hits, move on. There's a hit. Got him. Let's see what this is. Feels like a big brim. It is. All right. And you see how light my tackle is. I can barely get him up here. Big, big sunfish. Oh, the camera's not even looking at me. Okay. Look how pretty this fish is. Well hooked. Wasn't going anywhere. Look at its ear. This is definitely a bull. You see a little hump on its face. Show you guys on the camera. Had to switch to the cork to get this. Let's see if there's more. I'm sure there are. Now that was the first fish of the day. Got the skunk out. Really nice fish, I gotta say, for that species and for where we are. All right, so I'm kind of fishing like a cane pole. Oh boy, it got tattooed. I'm just letting it fall. These must be very small. Oh. Yeah, could really be doing this with just a cane pole. There's one. Oh, look at that. A nice sized bass too. Oh, he came off. I hope you guys saw him. That was a good, I'd say maybe 10, 12 inch bass. Didn't get to see what species it was, but on this. Fishing it like a cane pole. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Looks like we found him. Gotta tell y'all, on this light gear, these fish feel like they're 1,000,000 pounds, especially in this current. Can't believe I caught a bass on this. I'm gonna count that, because if I was on land, I would have landed him. Oh, something hit it while I was pulling it. Now y'all can't see what I'm fishing right here. There's a log that runs from right underneath my feet all the way to where these limbs are hitting the water that I think you guys can see. Current is pulling things pretty fast into this kind of log jam right over here, and that's what I'm trying to get my lure to mimic. I had to fish that whole time. Look at that, another bass. Let's see if we can get this one on land. Haha, we did. Catching bass on this little bitty crappie lure. And then bring a pair of pliers. Not a huge bass. Maybe 8 inches, but still fun on this kind of lure. Now, if I start catching some keepers, I do have a stringer that I'll tie up. Definitely wouldn't mind having a little fish fry. Alright, haven't caught one in a couple of casts, not even a nibble. So I'm going to try moving this to spots I haven't casted at yet. But you know, for this little body of water, those bass are considered big fish. I'm catching 2 of them right here. Hung up. Alright. There's plenty more spots like this to try. I might have to retie it. Oh, looks like I got it. But I'm going to move down just a little bit. We're going to do the same thing over there. Okay, going back to the cork, and this time I've got it tipped. Look at that, hit already. Oh, he was on. That may have been a bass. That's how the bass have been hitting. Okay, nothing with no tip. Got him. There we go. Not a lunker, but fish number 4. And that just goes to show the size of fish that you're going to catch out here a lot. It's a little stream. It's going to be little fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Caught him with a tipper. This is the tip that I use, crappie bites. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it open. I don't like to do that because I don't want to spill it, but I think in this situation it's called for. Now that fish makes me believe there are no bass in here, but there could be goggle eye, which is really what I was hoping to catch today. Could be goggle eye, and honestly could be some sockeye in here. I don't know, I don't see why not. Looks plenty deep. And we're in extreme shallow conditions, so there's one. There we go. Number 5 for the day. A little bit bigger, real pretty again. But I mean, if you ever want to do this, this is what you got to look for. Number 1, I'm pretty far away from the highway now. On the map, I think I had, as soon as it hit the water, I think I had about 10 miles I could go before the next road, even though it sounds pretty loud. Got him. This is a nicer one. Yeah, red-breasted sunfish. Look how pretty this fish is. Unbelievable. Looks like a tropical fish. Hold on, guy. I'm gonna get you off. Promise. She said. I don't know if y'all saw that. That fish is off. Messed up my lure. It's alright. These crappie magnet packs come with a lot, so not super important. And also, when you come do this style of fishing, you really do have to be prepared to lose some stuff. So a big tip I would give for that is use cheap stuff. Look at that, as soon as it hits the water. Yep, you just gotta go away from the road. Now the real little ones can eat your tip without catching the hook. So you gotta kind of hope that's not who's hitting you. Oh, hung up on the same thing. I lost the other lure on. Okay, let me show y'all this panfish magnet, I guess is what it's called. So that's good, not crappie. We can call it sockeye magnet. Comes with these little tiny jig heads. They're 1/32, I believe, and all of these little baits. Now what's neat about these baits, you could actually throw these Nico rig, which I'm not doing right now. Sorry, not Nico rig, Ned rig. But you don't have to, you don't need to. It's pretty straightforward. Now they've got this split tail, and you're just pushing the hook through that split. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna set my cork at about 2.5 feet. That's about where I was catching these fish. I'm using this kind of cheap old split cork. I haven't bought a new one of these in, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years. I am particular about not losing my corks. I don't know why that kind of trash bothers me more than the trash I leave everywhere else when I lose lures. Alright, let's tip it, and I'm going to go fish the other side because I'm pretty sure I spooked anything that was here, but we'll let this spot calm down. And we'll see if we can get back on them. Now you can see, when I said I'm walking really kind of through old sloughs, you can only do that when it's super dry. But you can see how thick the vegetation is right here. This definitely holds a lot of water. Now, I was going to cross the river, but you can kind of hear my breath. I'm a little out of breath. It is really hot. I haven't been drinking enough water, so I'll change that. But I decided to come back to this side of the stream, mainly because I know it, and it'll be quicker to get home. That's important when you're fishing by yourself. You don't have anyone to help you, so you got to be smart. I've never seen anyone show this kind of fishing in Louisiana. Look at this big hole right here. You know there's some fish in there. So I'm going to start with the 2-inch grub. I'm not super confident in this color, but don't tell Tallulah I said that. There's some hits. Now you don't have to retrieve this very quickly. The current does everything for you. You do have to make good casts though. Got one. Got one. There's our goggle eye. I think, yeah, or warmouth. Got a 3 species day, and look at that, Tallulah. Your lure worked out. Look how pretty this fish is. I actually don't know this species. Never seen that kind of patterning. I'm assuming this is a warmouth, but y'all tell me in the comments. Beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous fish. That is what I wanted to catch today. Let's let him go. There he is. Swimming off. So the reason I'm going to say that's a warmouth is because of the patterning. I've never seen a goggle eye look like that. But, you know, I don't know. Growing up, oh, that was a fish right there. There's one. There's another one. I'm wrapped around this stick. All right, we found him. And this is going to be the last spot. So I hope I catch a few more. But look how pretty these fish are. I mean, cannot hook it better. They're not huge, but they fight so fun. Let's watch it swim off. There it goes. Now, looking at that swim off, I've definitely had some hits from those in other spots. And I do find that if those are goggle eye, that the goggle eye usually don't heat up until later in the day. Just had another hit. Oh, look at that. Tallulah's color is working out. Finally got the target species. but this is 100% about the cast. Hung up. Well, that's going to kill that spot. Oh, got it. But that spot's definitely killed. And we're going to have to fix our hook. You see, when that happens, a lot of times when you get it free, it's just because of the hook bent. You should be strong enough to be able to correct it. Boy, I just can't stop having battery issues. Okay, to reset, I've caught a couple of goggle eye or warmouth, I'm not sure what they are, panfish. And then I got hung up. So I switched to this weedless Nico Helgramite. I can see a little tree in the water right there. It is just loaded with panfish. Problem is, I've got this on a weedless presentation. I'm having a hard time. There's a hit. Hard time setting the hook on these. Alright, last cast with this. Obviously I want it so bad to work, but it's not working, it's not working. There's one. There's one. Aha, finally. Another one of these. Look at that. That's a nice size too. But I do think that sun coming out is going to make this a lot harder. Oh, I thought I was hung up. And is that the hook? Got him. Yep, that's what they're doing. To land this one, I gotta pull the structure that they're hiding under out. You can see there, they are wrapping you around the tree. That's where they're all hiding in. So I'm pretty sure I just killed this spot. But definitely glad I got another one. We're gonna see if we can put a stringer together. And we've learned, as I thought, that it would be the Nico Helgramite. Alright, let's let it go. There it goes. I love watching them swim away. It's always cool to see where they go when they swim away, because they're still scared, you know? So you can see where they go to hide and things like that. Okay, well, I took the structure out that they were hiding under. Let's see if there's still any there. And there goes my camera behind me. I knew it was almost dead, so no big deal. I'm trying to make this Nico work, but I think the current is just too high. I'm going to throw it towards that bank and pull it over here one more time. Trying to get it on the other side of that log. Because that's where, if there's a bass, they're going to be under that log. Okay, nothing going with that. Just don't think it's the right spot for that. I may walk over here though. Let me do that. Man, this Nico Helgramite fishing, it's just too fun. I will say, though, did not bring the stringer, which might have been kind of dumb. Saw a huge splash right there. I wonder what it was. Because if I end up catching some fish, I don't know what I'm going to put them on. Terrible, terrible cast, y'all. I can't afford to get hung up right now. I don't have anything with me. I left it all behind. I had a fish on that whole time. Look at this. Oh, he swallowed it too. I didn't realize he was on. That's been the bass all day. Let's see if I can get this out. I may have to keep this fish. Okay, y'all, I mentioned at the start, I'm a software dev. That doesn't mean I'm not a country boy. I grew up in the country, so I left my stringer back there. I just cut this sapling to make a new stringer. You literally just cut a thin tree or thin branch off. You use your knife to whittle it down. And there you go. Got yourself a stringer. You stick the pointy end into the sand. And that's it. That water is plenty cool. It'll keep the fish fresh. And we'll see if we can catch some more. I don't see why not.